Dr. Helen Trotman Edwards is the 2016 recipient of the UWI Guardian Group Premium Teaching Award. Dr. Trotman Edwards is a senior lecturer in the Department of Child and Adolescent Health, Faculty of Medical Sciences, Mona. She is also a consultant neonatologist with clinical responsibilities in the Department of Child Health at the University Hospital of the West Indies. She has taught at Mona since 1998. Her love affair with teaching began at an early age.
I think my love affair with teaching began from a very early age because I grew up in a house with both my parents being teachers, and so from an early age I remember my mother making charts and giving me little bits to help her with, and as I got older I actually helped her with making charts. I would go to school with her, help her put them up in her classroom. So just seeing that and growing up with this culture of learning, right? I think my love affair really began at a very early age. My mother especially, she was my first teacher. I always say that, my first teacher, and both my parents actually played a big part in my love of teaching and in my academic pursuits.
So we're so proud of Helen's award. Helen has been a member of our department for many years and has really underpinned undergraduate teaching particularly junior clerkship students, but she has a passion for research, teaching research ethics, research methods, and also her own specialty, which is neonatology. She's really devoted to this task. She's very involved, animated, and the students really respond to her. She's very invested in their learning and their, outcomes.
She strives to be a facilitator of student learning and to be always sensitive to the learning needs of her students.
I encourage my students to be part of the discourse, right? Everyone has a voice. I tell them no question is, a silly question. Let's take that question. Let's look at it. Let's look at the evidence, right? Medicine is a very dynamic field, rapidly advancing. So what I aim to do is that my students be critical thinkers, right? That they develop clinical evidence-based, that's a big thing, evidence-based clinical solving, and that they are lifelong learners.
Dr. Trotman is an excellent educator because her methods are student-focused, and then she encourages critical thinking. She also encourages reading because medicine is an evolving field, and whenever we have a discussion about our patients, we take into account developments that not necessarily happen in our country, but we are aware of innovations and development that happen in other areas of the world, and so it widens our scope of learning.
She does impart a lot of knowledge to us, and she specializes in the area of neonatology, and she knows her neonatology very well, and she has encouraged some of us to become specialists in that field, and I would like to aspire to be like her, to become a neonatologist in the future.
We are very thankful. I have no words to express this gratitude because it's not just about having the skills with you, but taking time out to assist every resident who is in need is one of her awesome nature.
So I believe students must take responsibility for their learning, and I act as the facilitator, right, to give them, to guide them, but they are taking responsibility for learning and I'm the facilitator. And we do it in a reciprocal manner because as they learn, I also learn. So I am a facilitator.
Dr. Helen Trotman Edwards, Senior Lecturer, Department of Child and Adolescent Health, Faculty of Medical Sciences, Mona, and Consultant Neonatologist with clinical responsibilities in the Department of Child Health at the University Hospital of the West Indies, the 2016 recipient of the UWI Guardian Group Premium Teaching Award.